Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Recipe with Dr. Stepheny Finnie. It is my hope that through each segment, you will receive ingredients to live your best life. One seasoning I am personally passionate about is in the area of health and wellness. In fact, I host an Instagram Live on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time titled, Do You Know What's in Your Feminine Care? But I will speak more about this at the end of the show. Normally, I bring individuals to the show who either have a business with a community focus or what they do is of importance to the group or of individuals in the community as a whole. However, today is very informal as we discuss questions, topics on life, and everything in between. So now, without further delay, I welcome Boomsheika Rodgers and Aegeda Riggins to the show. Hello, ladies. Welcome to the recipe. How are you?
Good afternoon.
All right, all right. Well, I'll start with Miss Rodgers. Please feel free to tell everybody who you are, what you do, and why, and then we'll move to Miss Riggins.
Well, hello everyone. You may remember me from the last time. I am Boomsheika Rodgers. I have a master's in human relations. My profession is I'm an administrator of minding my own business and an instructor of helping you mind yours. Ask me a question. I'll teach you how to do it.
Okay, and now, Miss Riggins, please have the floor.
I'm Aegeda Riggins. I am a mom and a professional and a really good friend to the ladies on this panel, and I am so excited to get started today.
Awesome, awesome. Welcome. Well, as I said, ladies, this is very unscripted and informal, as will be the case, as you are going to become reoccurring guests on the show. So thank you. I'm so excited. So let's just dig into some questions, okay?
Okay.
All right, all right. Okay, so and then again, I'm waiting for you all to respond back, but you can ask questions as well. Okay, so this is not just about me. Let's start with this. What was the funniest thing that has happened to you recently?
Can I go first?
Yes, you can.
This is not supposed to be funny. It is not. However, so recently I let some people come to my home. I don't let people come to my home because I'm just like, people are nosy. But let some people come to my home and it's not really funny. However, my driver's license came up missing. 3 credit cards came up missing. I'm not bitter. It's not funny, but it's funny because I had no money on them accounts. So, boo boo, jokes on you.
But you see, they were practicing with you. They were practicing,
Practicing, baby,
thievery.
practicing. I wish you would. Look, good luck. I keep real cards right here. Ain't nobody get down.
Okay, so what about the driver's license?
Let me tell you, I just got my new driver's license in the mail, and I was a little upset because it costs $12.95 in the state that I'm in. So you can go online and you can get it, but it's a headache. Because, honey, trust me, I didn't stop driving. Let me tell you, when I had to go to the grocery store, I just used that old expired driver's license, and if I should get pulled over, oh, did I pick up the wrong purse? Oh my goodness. I had picked up the wrong purse. Look me up. I have a license and I do. I just picked up the wrong purse. See,
Okay.
it works out. I mean, I ain't scared of the police.
Okay, okay. Miss Riggins, give us one. Give us one.
It isn't to me. However, my husband just installed a new alarm for our home, and the alarm went out. It was smoky in the house. The smoke alarm went off, and we're standing and looking at the control panel, trying to figure out how to turn it. So I'm walking down the hall, about to unplug everything I can unplug to get this alarm from going off. And I realized I can turn this off with my phone. I open the app, and in the corner of my eye, I see my grand dog staring at the alarm box, and he's trying to figure out what's going on. I hit deactivate, And at the same time, the dog knocks over the box, stares at the box like he turned off the sound and walked off like I did that. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. The alarm went off again 2 days later, and he walks directly to the box and he knocks it over and walks off again like I did that. This dog is doing much. I found humor in that. I found humor in this dog. But that is the funny thing that's happened to me. I think I might run that alarm again just to see if he'll do it again.
Yeah, your dog is smart, to say the least.
Yeah, doing the most.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what she didn't tell you is the dog is a bully. So it's a pit and it's a bully. So like I came to the house and I've been looking at this dog on FaceTime for what, 2-3 months?
Yes.
Longer?
Yes.
This old sucker dog. As soon as I got to the door, it was like, I said, are you growling at me? I said, oh.
Well, I mean, it didn't know your scent, though. It might have saw you, but it didn't know your scent. Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead. Sorry.
First of all, the dog is a giant. It ain't no grand puppy. It is a full-grown man dog. The dog is about my height, and it's white. Just straight white dog, and it saw me, and I'm like, look, I'm a beautiful chocolate caramel cream. You should be like, hey. No, that dog came, and then every time I try to get away from the dog ran up on me. I said, you know what? You're gonna be running in traffic. I promise you're gonna be growling in traffic.
Oh,
that fear, because that dog, I'm 4'11", he only comes to my knee. That dog's not big. That's a fear of dogs that's telling you about this dog. He's little. He does have a big bite, and he has a huge mouth. He's gorgeous, though. I mean, he
got muscles like a grown man. Don't. Just because she's 4'11", the dog comes to her knee. So that means the dog is like 4'6". This is a big old dog. This, you ain't playing that game with me.
Okay.
Vicious.
Okay, well, let me move on and get. Okay, I this is too much. This dog sounds like he's more than the average bear.
He is. He really is.
Okay, well, I have a funny story, or at least I think it's funny. It ended up being funny, but this was before COVID, and that's sad because I can't think of anything that happened that was that funny recently. And I'm just gonna put it out there. I normally wouldn't even put this out there, but okay, all right. Okay, so I usher in church. I am an usher, and before COVID, we would usher. We'd have on our uniform, and something that I do not like pantyhose. I cannot stand pantyhose. I like thigh highs because I cannot stand pantyhose. But for some reason, I was like, I'm gonna put these pantyhose on. So I put the pantyhose on and, did what I had to do to usher. But I kept noticing, by the time the pastor gets ready to speak, and people that are watching this from my church are gonna laugh about this because, you just don't know what's going on. But anyway, I kept feeling a breeze. I kept feeling like it was kind of cold. I was like, what's going on? Because I'm not wearing thigh highs. So what's going on? So I'm like, man, it's a breeze down here, but I'm going to watch this sermon and I'm going to pay attention to what the pastor's saying. And I'm getting it. I'm getting the word. Then I get home and I realize that my whole crotch is busted out in the middle. I don't know what happened.
They need to sell them like feet air. I'm sorry. I have no issue with
Yeah, that's real talk. That is a true story. And when I got home and I looked, when I took off my usher uniform, I was like, oh well, throw those right in the trash because they are now no good for anybody else.
When you start going through the change of life, somebody's gonna make some money, because when them hot flashes hit and it radiates from down low and it comes all the way up, Hunty, if you had a cool breeze going down there, you'd be like, thank you, Jesus. Bring the springtime. Mm. Look, I've had a few of them summertime moments. I just, okay, Lord, here it comes. My inner child be playing with matches. I said, okay, little girl, blow it up, blow it up.
And a child playing with matches. Okay. Well, that was not the case here, but I hear you. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. All right, this is real. We finished the interview, and you step outside the office and find a lottery ticket that ends up winning $10 million. What do you do?
I put my name on the back of it. I collect my winnings. I praise the good Lord, because that's blessing. That's called manna from heaven. You know, the Bible says the wealth of the wicked will be visited upon the righteous. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a good upstanding Christian woman. That money was mine. I was at the right place at the right time. There was no mistake for me to be there. That was God's purpose for me. That money's mine. Thank you, Lord. All right. Feel that?
Okay. All right.
I would cash that in a heart. Cash it. Absolutely. First of all, it's about responsibility. You buy a ticket, you are responsible for putting said ticket into a pocket, a wallet, or a purse. First of all, that's destiny. I was meant to have that. I'm going to cash that.
Amen.
Then I'm going to go on vacation.
Amen.
On an island.
But are you going to tell your family? See, that's the key. Are you going to tell your family you got this $10 million?
I don't know.
I was getting to that.
Let me tell you right now. If y'all see me quit my job and start selling cosmetic products full time, and I look like I'm making good money in cosmetics, just know that was manna from heaven that helped me with them cosmetics. Cause I'm not good at it. I'm not a salesman. I'm a buyer. Yes,
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have to agree with both of you on that question, as far as cashing a ticket, because, I'm just like, hey, I mean, it's not like I know who to turn it into. It was on the ground. I picked it up, it didn't have a name on it. So I'm going to cash it. But the first thing I'm going to do before I cash it is sit down with my husband, and we're going to map out a plan, because we have to get about 5 or 6 burner phones. That's the first thing we got to do. We got to get with our financial planner and figure out what we're going to do. We got to get rid of our cell phone numbers. We have to map out a plan. Yeah.
What's the phone for? I'm curious. You going
you don't know what a burner phone? Okay, the burner where you take it and you only use it like 1 or 2 times and then you throw it away. A burner phone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, burner phone. I don't need.
Well, wait. I have a question.
She said, I don't know how you is needed.
Vaughn knows.
I'm so confused because now, granted, I love my husband, but I don't think I'm gonna tell him right away. Now,
hold up. Lisa Danae said, at least you include your husband. I might disappear on mine.
Lisa,
I'm not going to. No, I'm in it with mine.
Disappear. I'm not, because I love that man. I love that little chocolate bald head man. I love him. But I don't know if I'm going to tell him right away, because, we all have strengths. And my strength is numbers, right? And I'm going to turn them numbers around so we can turn some corners together. Now, if he knows right away, he might be like, oh, we're going to do this. No. Let me handle the finances so we can turn these corners. So I ain't going to tell him right away. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to play. Now, we're going to be together. But he ain't going to know right away. See, things are just going to start moving. When they say God start moving in this place, things are going to start moving in our place. And he's going to be like, baby, we're doing real good. We are, ain't we, baby? He might not know for a year. A whole year. I'm sorry. I love him, though. I ain't leaving him. He going to know where I am. We're going to be at the same address. We just going to have things moving around. It'll be God working.
Okay, Aegeda, I see you shaking your head. What does that mean? Because I'm gonna chime in after you.
I don't know these people. I don't know these people. I'm not, heck no. What I'm about to do is I'm walking out the house and never coming back. Okay. You about to see my happy self on milk cartons. Let me find.
You know what?
Have you
No,
seen this person here?
no, no. I'm going to, no, no.
Yes.
I'm a state
Yes.
fine. He just not gonna know right away. Now, Gator, that's a good idea though. I mean, I ain't really thought about that because I don't use my real name now. He'll never find me. I can get a whole new name. Now I put him a little something to the side. But girl, we can go somewhere and get us a little spot in like one of these nice Caribbean countries and live like a queen and a queen.
Well, I will do
I,
this. I'm gonna tell you what I'm
okay,
gonna
let's
put a
hear this.
trust together because I do have a underage child. So okay, I'm obligated for that. So what I'm gonna do uh, is we're gonna go to Walmart, but not make it there and never come back, and we'll both be on milk cartons because I
Okay.
can't leave a child, and then I'll set up a fund that magically comes to my husband that says you can't use the money if you get divorced from me, and I'll come back when I'm. That's
Keep him on lockdown.
No, no.
and I'm just girl. Mister heard me say that he be in here fussing. Look, I'm playing. I'd let Mister know I would, but if he cut up, I'd be like I don't know these people, and we rolling. Um, that's about it.
Well, okay, Boomsheika ain't really changing her stance, but I'm being for real. My husband is the money person. I'm gonna sit down with him because we have talked about this before. We're gonna sit down together and we're gonna map this strategy out. And yes, we are gonna get about 5 or 6 burner phones. We're gonna get rid of our cell phone, our current numbers. We're gonna get with our financial plan to figure out what we need to do. We have to put some things in place before we go claim this money because the state that I'm in, I believe you have to show that you won the lottery. It's some states that you don't have to show it, but for the state I'm in, you have to show it, and so that's going to be on blast. So we have to map out a plan before we go cash that ticket in, and I'm going to do that with my husband because he's going to know what to do, and we work well together on that. So yeah, ride or die. I'm with him.
Y'all been married for a very long time to y'all husbands. I'm on husband number 3, honey. Look, I get divorced from time to time. It's okay. I ain't ashamed. I'm just saying, things happen. I love him. He's a good man. Whew. But I got impulse issues.
Oh my God, Lord Jesus. Okay, let me move on to the next question. And if you have any questions for me, please, we're going to do this this next question, and then we'll go to a commercial break. But let's see, next question.
I'm not. Because my current husband might be watching. So I'm not looking for any guy.
Felicia Whitlow. Did you see what she said? Number 4, yes. Yes. Okay. This is a crazy question, but it's still a question. You've been given an elephant. You can't give it away or sell it. What would you do with the elephant?
Oh, I rent that out. We do birthdays, Kwanzaa, bar mitzvahs. Heck, we'll even help out with a funeral. I'm gonna rent that out. I'm gonna make it a social media page. So you can talk to the elephant, or do whatever. The elephant is
Felicia Whitlow
available to
said
come in.
tattoo it. She said tattoo
So
it.
But you gonna put your name on?
no, she's making a joke because Miss Felicia Whitlow knows. I know there's a small child behind me in this video. That's because she wants a whooping, and she loves elephants. She always says she loves elephants, and she likes particular colors. And I'm working on her, y'all. I'm working on her. So I can't give an elephant away. Can I eat it in times of pandemic and famine? I mean, you eat everything else: cows, chickens, pigs.
Let me tell you this right now. If it's between me and a zombie apocalypse, I'm gonna tell you, grandpup can go. I will fry up them thighs and eat them. What I'm not gonna do is starve. I will eat a dog. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Grandpup.
I'm just saying, they might be a little gamey, but I'm just, I've never had an elephant. I've never partake. But I mean, that might be delicious. I don't know. I didn't know alligator was so delicious. So I'm just saying, if I have an elephant and times are hard, I know how to kill animals. I know how to cut them up, gut them, cook them. I can do that. I can eat an elephant. We have a feast, honey. And it would go with my pepper. That's right. Put a little pepper on it.
Add pepper. Add pepper.
Little pepper and paprika. Honey, a little salt, little garlic salt. Saute it in a little some cooking.
With make everything break down.
I'm serious. Because we eat everything. Why can't I eat an elephant? Is it a big elephant? Is it a baby elephant?
I don't know. It's an elephant. It's just an elephant. I don't really know. But I didn't expect for y'all to talk about eating an elephant. I didn't see that coming.
I mean, it's meat, ain't it?
I'm gonna just say, you could just chop it.
Marsala wine.
Jared, marsala. Marsala elephant. I bet that's delicious with some noodles.
Delicious. With some pepper and paprika.
Okay. Anyway, I was just thinking about the rented out. That I'm just gonna bring it home. That's all I was thinking about, because I do know some individuals that are of other cultures that do the elephants for like weddings and stuff like that. And I was like, I could rent it out for that, but I was not thinking about eating an elephant. So y'all have taken it to another level. And I see Felicia Whitlow, who was a guest a week ago, talked about pepper and marsala wine. So she's on the same page with this elephant. We're doing the most today. I didn't see this, but what we're going to do right now is take a break on the elephant. And we're going to go to a commercial, and then we'll be right back.
All right. I'll be back.
Hey, it's your girl Lisa Dene, and I want to tell you about a product that has changed my life. Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins. Rain products are infused with a Nobel Prize-winning material called graphene. It's the graphene strip that provides the various health benefits that can improve your quality of life during that time of the month. Listen, I've been very loyal to a certain brand of feminine products, but I've never experienced the results I get with Rain products. The difference is in the graphene strip. Using Rain products has totally eliminated the painful cramps I experience, and it can also help balance your body's pH, eliminate harmful bacteria, and help fight fatigue. Graphene moves heat away from your core to keep you cool and comfortable. Ladies, it's time to upgrade your feminine care with products that not only offer protection, but also improve your health and wellness. Place your order today and receive your premium sanitary napkins delivered directly to your door. Visit www.drfcare.com to make your purchase today. And don't forget to mention that your girl Lisa Dene and Stunner Radio sent you.
Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to The Recipe. I have Miss Boomsheika Rodgers and Aegeda Riggins on the show, and we are talking about questions that deal with life and everything in between, and just having a good time today. So this is very informal and very unscripted. Okay, ladies, let's move on to my next question. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. You're a new addition to a crayon box. What color would you be and why?
You want to go first, Gita, or should I go first?
I have no idea. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to be very honest with you. It would be a shade of brown, more like a caramel, or some people say caramel. But listen, we have us as Black women, we come in so many different shades. And the thing that they want to do is give us two colors. We're either the black or the brown. And when I tell you we are melanated in all different shades, it is something that we have to go ahead and give us a spectrum. So I'm thinking a caramel to give us Felicia Willow. Let me tell you something. This is a Christian show. This is a Christian show. Now, despite me leaving my husband and eating elephants, this is a Christian show. Now,
She said hook. Okay, for those that are listening and not watching, Felicia Whitlow chimed in and said hooker red. That's what she said. That's what she said.
So as we're bringing this positivity, yes, we love you, Felicia Whitlow. So we're bringing this positivity. So we're just gonna say, I'm gonna say like a pretty caramel that maybe you can add a little hooker red to add your tones in, because some of us are red bone, some of us are a little what they say, yellow girl, and you just have that caramel, add a little yellow tone in there. You might be a little bit darker. You're not a full brown girl, but you're a spicy brown. So you may just add the little colors, but we need that in between colors so we can have all the shades flowing. We don't have that. Our little black, brown girls that are in school right now, they have to color. They give them those old ugly, and I'm not saying it's ugly, but you got two colors. It's not representative of who we are. That's all.
Okay. I like that. You still thinking on it, Miss Aegeda?
I yield to that answer. It was a beautiful answer. Yeah, my favorite color is black. So maybe black with some silver sprinkles in it. Yeah, that makes me happy.
Okay.
I have nothing.
Okay.
Why the silver sprinkles though? What does that represent?
I don't know. Gas to it. Look here. Look. I believe that black is very dressy. But what makes black even more dressy? A little bit of diamond added to it. So you put some silver sprinkles in there. That is going to be called black tie, right? Okay? It's not just black.
All right.
Black tie. See that?
All right.
That's what
that came together.
Because sometimes, boom. That's all I have. What do you
like that.
have, Dr. Finnie?
Well, my favorite color is orange. That's my absolute favorite color because to me, it just, when I walk into an orange room or when I put on something orange, it livens up the room. So I can't say what color I would be, but I know I would want to be something along the lines of the orange family because I want to liven up the room. I want to be able to pop with black, pop with, I want to be able to sit beside all the other colors and still, go with the black, but then still stand out because I'm orange. So, mixed blend just depends on the day. Or stand alone by myself because orange can always work by itself.
Except prison. You need a friend in prison. I'm sorry. Except in prison. Except in prison. It can't be alone. There's too many of them. You need a friend in prison.
I heard that all the rage in prison. So it is color to have in prison.
Isn't it? So.
You know what? Don't knock my color. I know that y'all trying to knock my color, but that's okay because I'm going to stay with my orange. I'm going to stay with my orange. It doesn't matter. Y'all didn't have to come with that, but that's okay. I got you. Later for both of y'all.
Is that some hate?
Orange.
Orange is beautiful. I'm just saying, if you in prison, it can't stand alone. It needs some friends.
Let me just say this. I can't sit next to Boomsheika in meetings. She corrupts absolutely. I'm just saying.
Yes.
It's so easy
Yes.
to all with
I tell
Boom.
the truth and I speak things that a lot of people don't want to say. You have to tell those, we all out here saying those nice to say things. Sometimes it's the truth. The truth has never hurt me. Orange in prison needs friends. It needs to be accompanied by other orange.
Orange the new black. Well, you know what, Miss Whitlow? You know what?
Thank you, Miss Whitlow. Thank you. Hashala humbug.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next question because I don't feel very happy, and I should, so that's okay. Okay, I have a good one. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me something about your last job other than money that would have inspired you to keep working there.
Would you like to go first, Miss Riggins?
I would like to pass, and a hard pass at that. What I'm gonna do is pass.
Okay.
So a lot of people know that I work for different government agencies, and
You don't have to put the information out there. Which one? Go ahead.
not because in the last 3 years, I've worked for 4 government agencies, and one of them I worked there twice because one agency was not a good fit. And it may have been a good fit for me. Had the culture for success and the thought process of that there's enough was there. I believe, and I honestly believe, that there's enough for all of us to succeed. And I don't have to go after you, and you don't have to go after me, and we don't have to hide information. We can share information because what is in your time is not in my time, and I can't take that from you. And what is in my time is in my time, and you can't take that from me. So I believe in the law of enough. If Dr. Finnie, if you're winning, I'm happy for you because I know my season is coming to win. If Aegeda Riggins is winning, I am happy for Aegeda Riggins because I know my season for winning is coming up. But when you're in a culture where everyone is competing against each other as opposed to being there to ensure that the mission is done and understanding that there's enough money, there's enough success, there's enough for everyone, then it would have been a better place to work. The problem is when you have leadership, and y'all can stop me at any time, when leadership does not promote the environment of enough to where everyone is going to be okay. We don't have to compete against each other because we're all in our own space. My performance doesn't depend on you. Your performance doesn't depend on me, but we're enough just by ourselves, and we can help one another. I hate being in a culture where everyone's afraid that if the new person comes in, they're going to take my job. Baby, I don't want your job. I'm trying to do my job. I only want to do my job. I don't want to do my job and your job and don't get paid to do my job. So understand, I believe that there's enough for you to do and enough for me. And had we had that culture and leadership fostered that type of culture, I may have stayed.
Well, I appreciate that statement because you made me think of something, and that is in 2 Corinthians 10 and 12, it says, "For we dare not make ourselves of the number or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves, but they measure themselves by themselves, and comparing themselves among themselves are not wise." one of my taglines at my job at the bottom, after your signature block is comparison is the thief of joy. So I don't believe anybody should compare themselves to one another, because when you're consistently comparing yourself to someone, you're just taking away your joy, because you're always trying to keep up with the next person. Nobody can do what I do. Nobody can do what you do. You might be able to do it, but you can't do it the way I do it, and vice versa. We're all going to do it differently.
Come on.
And at the end of the day, it's just about getting the job done, whether it's getting, the mission accomplished, or, for whatever place that you work for. So I am in total agreement. That's a very good point. Very good point.
I think it comes down to being one that you have. And there's a difference between a skill and a gift. A skill, pretty much anybody can learn it. With time, patience, energy, one can learn a skill, but then there's your gifts, and that's what you were born to do. And I think where the challenge comes in when you have a competitive environment, a lot of people think that if I do these things, then I'm going to be able to be promoted, or I'm going to be able to run this or do that. But in actuality, you have everything you need to succeed. You don't have to be like the other person. And it's about understanding what gift you have to offer the world. When we are coming from that area, when we're coming from our strengths, success is automatically going to happen. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to fight for it, because you are constantly shining. You are living within your purpose. And so when we look at people who have that desire to always compete, think about the fact that you're putting yourself in the shoes of the other person, expecting those shoes to fit and look as good on you. And it's not meant to be that.
Okay.
So I always look at culture, and I think, yes, leadership needs to define what that is, and each employee is responsible for ensuring that that culture lives. But then also, I think that we need to make sure that we're developing people, not for their skill, but for their internal purpose as well in the workplace. So, yeah, you all said a lot there.
Yeah. I didn't expect for that to go there, but that was an awesome conversation. Awesome. Better than the elephant.
You gonna try
Don't be
my
like that.
elephant.
See, now on what we
You
did about this
actually-
orange. Now look here. That elephant conversation was good, Dr. Finnie.
No, and neither was the orange conversation. Neither was the orange.
You come over here, you don't know what you eating in my house, girl. Come on over. I got some squirrels that I've been trying to catch in the back.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Oh, they are tender.
That's hard line.
Oh my gosh.
Tender. Succulent with gravy. Pepper and paprika.
Okay, we're moving on. Next question. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Okay. How would you rate your memory?
A steel trap. Let me tell you, I don't forget, and I'm working on forgiving. And so I will be completely honest with you. That where the Bible says you must forgive and forget. Just, and I know the Lord says that he does that. So he will forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. But in that whole, the Lord's Prayer did not say forget. It did not. And so I can forgive you, but for me to forget it would be irresponsible to my own mental well-being, because then I am doomed to allow you to do the same thing to me again. I can forgive you and elect not to be in your presence. I can forgive you and say, you know what? I wish you well. I must move on. I read this book years ago by Emmett Fox, and he said that it takes two people to have a prison, and a prison like where they wear orange, and it takes the jailer and it takes the prisoner. Okay. Once the jailer puts you in there, he's done. He doesn't care what you've done. He doesn't to get there, and he's not really concerned about your condition. But you're in prison. You're upset with everyone. You're upset at the jailer. You're upset at the judge. You're upset with everyone until you release it and say, you know what? I forgive all of you, because you're not going to keep holding me into this prison. But I'm going to remember what brought me to this prison to make sure I don't go back. So I can forgive you, but I'm not going to forget. That's just me. Okay, go ahead. I'm done.
My memory's pretty good. I purposely try to forget my mistakes, i.e., past dates that I went on and I should have said no. When I bought that and I didn't have friends and no one told me I shouldn't have worn it, I forget that. I forget anything that makes me feel uncomfortable as it makes me feel better about myself. And so other than that, I have a perfect memory. I perfectly get what I want. So there is it.
Okay, got it. I like that too. I like that too. But let's go back to forgiveness. Matthew 18 and 21. No, Matthew 18, 21 through 22 says, Then Peter came to Jesus and asked, Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times, Jesus answered. I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. So, I definitely used to deal with unforgiveness years ago. I would never forget. Just hanging on to stuff. But I was always mad hanging. I still remember being an angry person because of all that unforgiveness that I had in me. But once I really let that go, and it took time, it wasn't overnight. It's like a breath of fresh air. I wake up, I don't even think about it. Do not get me wrong. I agree with you, Boomsheika, about the feeling. You don't want to forget the feeling that you had when you went through what you went through. But as far as the unforgiveness piece of it, I'm good. I can let that go. And the reason why you don't want to forget about how you felt is because I agree too. It's like this. It's not that I don't want you to eat. I just might not want to sit at the same table and eat with you. But I still want to see you eat. Right. And depending on how bad the actual hurt was, I might need God to put some Vicks salve on that part and work it out for a little while, because our trust has been broken. It doesn't mean I don't forgive you, but it means that I don't trust you. And trust is something that takes a while to earn back when somebody hurts you in that type of way. So, I definitely, I feel you. I get it. But I'm so glad that I can forgive and really forget, because I'm like, whatever, I had somebody tell me one time, I'm so sorry I said what I said to you. I didn't mean to treat you like that. I'm like, well, that was yesterday. I forgot about that. So, I moved on. You're the one that's still remembering that. Now, I might remember how I felt, but I remember that because I don't want to treat anybody else the same way. Just makes sense, Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's do something. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
The trust aspect. It's hard because when that trust is violated, there's that wow that comes up, right? And it's there until the mind can say, I see enough past, let it go. The thing is that a lot of times, especially with me, when I'm opening that door to give another chance, it's very hard for my brain not to create that story that if I allow you to do this, or if I allow you back in here, this isn't going to happen again. But I think depending on how much that relationship is worth it, you can rebuild that trust. And that's with everything. And where I truly 100% understood the impact of rebuilding trust and the impact of working for that relationship was when I got married. Because it's a situation where you cannot sit over here and continuously draw this list up of every infraction that's happened, that marriage is just not going to be stable. It's not going to be a safe environment, and your marriage has to be your safe haven. And so that's when I did most of my growing. When I said I do to Miss, that's where I did most of my growing. I can't just leave you because I got to go through the courts to leave you. So let me see if I need to work this out. And so, I mean, it's real. Keep it real. I think every person in one time in their marriage has contemplated, is this for me? But it's that constant rebuilding of trust. But then if we're able to rebuild it, it's so much stronger because you've gotten over it. You've moved forward and you know what you can do. But it's hard. It's so hard, that trust piece.
Yeah.
I tell you, God works in mysterious ways, because something that he did to me was that he allowed me. No, he didn't allow. He gave me what I asked for. I prayed for a son. And when I gave birth to that son, he looks just like my husband. So when he does something, I can't get mad at him. When my husband does something, I can't stay mad. I mean, it's like God did that purposely to say, okay, so how you going to be mad at your husband when you got this little boy up here that looks just like him? And he is just like, he's just so everything. He's so everything. And when God gives you what you ask for and he twists it and turns it to where you're like, okay, I can't stay mad at this little boy because he looks just like him. You know, and vice versa. I'm telling you, I can't explain it, but it's just something. I don't stay mad. I don't stay mad because I can look at this little person that looks just like my husband and I'm like, oh my God, God gave me everything that I asked for in him. And that's my heart. And so he has my heart. My husband has my heart. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm so torn. So I just don't even stay mad. And they know what they're doing. They know how to get over on me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the years of marriage too. Maybe that's it. That's it too. But God will give you what you ask for. If you ask him, I prayed for a son, and that's what he gave me. He really did. I prayed for a daughter first. He gave me a daughter. You know, I look around at my marriage and I look at my life and I'm like, God, you have really given me everything that I have asked for. Matter of fact, you've given me more than I've asked for, because there were some things that I wasn't specific about, but you knew what my heart needed. And so you reached there and gave me all those little things that I didn't think about. Because as you guys talked about, if you won the lottery and how you would go away, well, I'm not the money person. My husband is the money person, but I'm the one that will say, hold on. Okay, we have done enough savings. It's time to go on vacation. All right, look at here. I get it, but I need to go have some fun. You need to figure out how to work those funds, and let's get a vacation. I'm that person, and he'll do it. You know, but so that's why I can't go anywhere if I win the lottery, because I might not do right by the money. Just keeping it real.
Know what? If the money,
everybody has strengths and weaknesses.
If you put, then let that money move you, girl. Let it move you. Let it do what it does.
I'm gonna let my husband. Yeah, big facts, real talk. You know what? Oh my gosh, we better take a break because we're gonna be ending soon. So let's take a quick commercial break and come right back.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, comedian actress Coca Brown. And I got to give a huge shout out to my girl, Dr. Stepheny Finnie, because she put me on. What? To the Jewel sanitary napkin. These babies are amazing. Not only are they good to me, they're good for me. Not only do they help with absorption, moisture control, and protection, because yes, sometimes I like to wear white, but these babies also have a great ingredient called graphene that helps with cramps. Huh? Are you kidding me? So you're telling me that I'm protected and I can control my moods a little bit? I love it. So please make sure you hit up my girl, Dr. Stepheny Finnie. They have a variety of sizes for every kind of flow, whether it's heavy, light, overnight, she got you. So make sure you hit up my girl, Dr. Stepheny Finnie, and get you some Jewel sanitary napkins today. I strongly endorse these, honey, especially if you're like me. You need all the help you can get for that time of the month. All right?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the recipe. I have Boomsheika Rodgers and Aegeda Riggins with me today, and we're just doing some unscripted conversations and topics, and talking about life and everything in between. So I'm gonna go through a few more questions before we end the show. Are you ladies ready?
Absolutely.
Okay, okay. So this is actually something a serious question, but it's still a question. What do you work towards in your free time?
Sleep. I sure do. It's good too. No, working on this novel that I've been working on for 12 years, and eventually I'm gonna let somebody edit it and move on. But other than that, and catching up on Netflix these days, this is what I do in my spare time. I
Real
need to
quick,
stop.
for you need to stop what? I'm sorry.
I need to stop feeling bad about that though.
No. You don't need to feel bad. You don't. I was just going to tell you that on my last show of the recipe, I had Miss Anna Black, who is a best-selling author and publisher, and she gave some really good tips about how to become an author, what you do. So you might want to check out that episode. I'll send it to you and check it out. And I know her, so I can connect you to as well. She's really, really good, and she's written over 30 books.
Yes, I will take it and you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I wouldn't feel bad. Life happens. I believe Boomsheika is trying to write a book too.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Everything in God's timing is coming. And I know it seems like stuff is in the way, but we have a Bible study that I host with Elder Michael Coleman on Tuesday nights on Instagram. And something that he said was, if you're praying and your thoughts keep getting interrupted by something, then write it down, because that's God trying to tell you in the middle of your prayers that you need to do this. So write it down. And I started doing that. And so maybe that's just something that you need to write down and, address in your prayers. But also, I believe that, faith without works means nothing. So I'm going to connect you with Anna Black. Okay. Sure. Absolutely. And no, I'm not writing a book. I'm not interested. Go ahead, Boomsheika. No.
I used to write poetry a lot.
That's right.
Write, perform. I was going to perform some poetry this past Saturday, but I don't want to take chances with COVID and keep going out the house. I hate going out the house. I really think that once things open up, I'm going to get back on stage. I do stage plays from time to time. I think I've done 6 stage plays. So I talked to the director. She's like, "Hey, we're gonna do the play again, and we're going to go ahead and film, and we're gonna hit it on the road." And I'm like, "I'm down." So hopefully, after COVID and things kind of get back to normal, in maybe a year or so, maybe you'll see me on somebody's stage, and it's sitting near you. And I love it. I love it. Orlando Sutton, yes, he's one of the directors and producers of the play. So, hi.
Black Dazzle. Okay, I see it.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Well, this is probably the last question based on time. Maybe not. We'll see. So we'll just go from there. So tell me something that I don't know about you in the next 5 minutes.
Well, that's the funny.
If you're willing to share.
Because I've known Aegeda since we were 18. I've known Dr. Finnie since I was 20. Yes, since I was 20.
Yeah.
We met over a plate of ham. Best ham
right.
in the world.
Gandy Hall, Langston University. Yep. I was like a cat. Don't feed me.
Yeah.
I'm coming home with you.
Yeah, we ate very well.
Yes.
So something that people don't know about me. And with Mr. Sutton, I'm terrified on stage. I'm terrified every time I get up to speak. My hands sweat profusely, but it was something instilled with me at Langston preschool and elementary and Salters Chapel AME, and my mama who said, get up there and don't embarrass me. So it didn't matter how terrified or nervous I was. I knew I had to get on stage and not embarrass my family or my community. So even now to this day, at my tender age, I still sweat profusely. I have to use the restroom 4 or 5 times before I get on stage. But once I'm on stage, I'm good. I'm good on stage.
Miss Riggins?
Let's see. Up until the age of 35, I did not recognize the fact that I was actually a smart woman. I thought I was the lowest achiever in any room. And because I didn't think the same way, I didn't go about the same process of problem solving as everyone in the room. So for very many years, I thought something has to be wrong with me. But what I found out after sitting back and looking at what was going on, that it wasn't that I was slower, it's that I had a different process, and a couple times I was ahead of where they were. So they had to go step by step, and I jumped steps and didn't realize I was doing it. And so at age 35, I realized, oh, Lord, I'm smart, and started working within those gifts. And I tell you, my world changed. And I have a personality that's very dominating. Um, I look like I have no fear, but I often walked into rooms and thought I have nothing to offer. And I'm so glad I had that moment of revelation because it's changed my life, and it's allowed me to be able to help others change their lives too. So that is the one thing most people don't know about me. It's my truth. I own it, and I'm grateful for it.
Wow, that's awesome. Wow, what's something that I would be willing to share that people don't know about me? I may have came up with these questions, but I didn't think about them for myself. I would say that I don't think that's really a big deal. I will say this. I will say this. The person that I'm very proud of the person that I am now in comparison to the person that I used to be. I will say that I I have grown a lot. I'm not saying that to brag. I just see the growth. I see the change. I don't just see it in myself. I see it in my marriage. I see it in my relationships. I see it in my friendships. I would say that that's something that people don't know about me, because if they know me today, they just see today, but they don't know the transformation. They don't know where I came from and what I went through. It's kind of like TD Jake said. People see him and they say, well, you're doing this, and you got your church and blah blah blah, but you don't know when he was going and picking up cans on the side of the road to try to get money together from the town in West Virginia, and all the work that it took to get to where he is. And I'm like, it's taken a lot of not really physical work, but mental work. It's taken a lot of prayer and, getting in my word and staying in my word. I really, really just am proud of what I see. And I'm not just proud of who I am today. I thank God for the person that I'm growing to become, because who I am is who I'm connected to. I'm connected to, my children, and so many other people. And I always say that everything that I'm connected to has to shift and move, because as I shift and move, it's going to shift and move. So I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for being able to do a podcast. That's something I never saw, but I wrote it down, and here I am. It's something I prayed about. I never saw myself, being married with 2 kids, and not just that, happily married with a husband and 2 kids. And so, I'm just thankful. I don't know if that's really, the thing to say, oh, this is, who I am. And I'm not trying to brag. I just believe that you should state the vision and make it plain, make it plain, And it's nothing wrong with saying that God has blessed you. There's nothing wrong with saying that, I'm proud of the person that I am versus who I used to be, because I see growth and I see change. I think that we need to give ourselves a pat on the back at times. And it's not really me patting myself on the back. It's me saying, God, I thank you that I'm not who I used to be. I thank you that I'm better than I was yesterday. And I feel like every day I'm just getting better. Even though I'm getting older, I'm getting more mature. And so I'm getting better. And I thank God for that.
Amen.
All day.
All day. All day. Okay. Well, ladies, I just want to thank you for taking time out of your day to be on The Recipe. I really appreciate you. I know these were just random questions that I just threw out there, but I thought it would be good for people to get to know you a little better, because you're going to be a staple on the show at least once a month. So that being said, again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. Before I leave, if anyone is on Instagram, please connect to my IG Live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as I top off the night with the final serving of health and wellness in the area of feminine care. And for any men out there, please do not shy away from this topic, because if you have any important women in your life, then you also need to know about this information. I also have a Bible study on Tuesday nights titled The Recipe. Feel free to tune in. And my Instagram handle is at Dr. Finnie Care, and that's at DrFinnie Care. Again, that's it from me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this segment with myself, Boomsheika, Rodgers, and Aegeda Riggins. See you next time on The Recipe as I bring you all of the ingredients for living your best life. Thanks so much.
And the packaging, it says Jewel on it. And she sent me so many different, it's for moderate flow, heavy flow. Hold on. And this was my favorite.
That is my favorite.
I can always appreciate an overnight, but what I was really impressed by was the length, how long it was,
and how it's not as thick.
If you guys still get those healthy friends, sometimes that thing could just be out of control and never do what you asked it to do. It'd be all over the place. But honestly, I had absolutely no problems at all. And I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate this product so good, because a lot of people, they want to send you stuff, and it's like, okay, you want to believe in everybody, but everybody's product is not a good product, especially something when it comes to feminine hygiene and sanitary this and you got to be very careful, because sometimes, whatever the stuff is made with, it don't always agree with your body chemistry. But I had absolutely no problems, and I wouldn't even say this if I didn't mean it. I gave the girls in my podcast, they use it. My podcast member, she don't even use sanitary napkins. She's like a tampon girl. Mm-hmm. But she really appreciated this, and I thought, I have to tell you this. I couldn't wait to get on here to tell you this. So for everybody that's on here that's still going through them, getting those monthly visitors, please support Dr. Finnie's business. I tried it myself, and I loved it.
Wow. Thank you.